GED Science Practice Questions PDF. Question 1. How does a population's growth slow down as it approaches the carrying capacity of its environment? Option A. Birth rates drop and death rates rise due to resource limitations. Option B. The population continues growing exponentially. Option C. Predators disappear. Option D. The environment expands. The correct answer is option A. Birth rates drop and death rates rise due to resource limitations. As a population approaches carrying capacity, limited resources tend to lower birth rates and raise death rates. The population does not keep growing exponentially forever, predators do not disappear automatically, and the environment does not simply expand to fit the population. Question 2. Which phenomenon explains why a straw in a glass of water appears bent at the water line? Option A. Reflection. Option B. Diffraction. Option C. Refraction. Option D. Dispersion. The correct answer is option C. Refraction. Refraction makes the straw look bent because light changes direction when it passes between water and air. Reflection is bouncing light, diffraction is spreading around edges, and dispersion separates light into colors. Question 3. Which type of cell division produces two identical daughter cells for growth and repair? Option A. Meiosis. Option B. Mitosis. Option C. Binary fission. Option D. Budding. The correct answer is option B. Mitosis. Mitosis produces two genetically identical daughter cells for growth and repair. Meiosis produces gametes, binary fission is common in bacteria, and budding is a different type of asexual reproduction. Question 4. Why does a microwave oven heat food unevenly sometimes? Option A. Microwaves create cold spots. Option B. The oven's magnetron produces standing waves, creating hot and cold zones. Option C. Food insulates itself. Option D. The turntable is broken. The correct answer is option B. The oven's magnetron produces standing waves, creating hot and cold zones. Microwave ovens can heat unevenly because standing waves create hot and cold zones inside the oven. Microwaves do not intentionally create only cold spots, food insulation is not the main mechanism, and uneven heating can happen even when the turntable works. Question 5. Which genetic disorder is caused by an extra copy of chromosome 21? Option A. Turner syndrome. Option B. Klinefelter syndrome. Option C. Down syndrome. Option D. Cystic fibrosis. The correct answer is option C. Down syndrome. Down syndrome is caused by an extra copy of chromosome 21. Turner syndrome involves a missing or incomplete X chromosome, Klinefelter syndrome involves an extra sex chromosome, and cystic fibrosis is caused by mutations in a specific gene. Question 6. How does a parachute slow a skydiver's descent? Option A. It increases air resistance, drag, by presenting a large surface area. Option B. It cancels gravity. Option C. It creates lift like an airplane wing. Option D. It makes the skydiver lighter. The correct answer is option A. It increases air resistance, drag, by presenting a large surface area. A parachute slows descent by greatly increasing surface area and air resistance. It does not cancel gravity, it is not mainly making airplane-like lift, and it does not make the skydiver lighter. Question 7. Which term describes the variety of life in an ecosystem, including genetic, species, and ecosystem diversity? Option A. Carrying capacity. Option B. Trophic level. Option C. Biodiversity. Option D, biomass. The correct answer is option C, biodiversity. Biodiversity means the variety of life at genetic, species, and ecosystem levels. Carrying capacity is a population limit, trophic level describes feeding position, and biomass is the amount of living material. Question 8. Why do we see the color of an object as red? Option A. The object absorbs red light and reflects all other colors. Option B. The object reflects red light and absorbs other colors. Option C. The object emits its own red light. Option D. The object turns all light to red. The correct answer is option B. The object reflects red light and absorbs other colors. A red object looks red because it reflects red wavelengths and absorbs many other colors. Absorbing red would make red less visible. Most red objects do not emit their own light, and objects do not turn all incoming light into red. Question 9. Which structure in the inner ear helps with balance and equilibrium? Option A, cochlea. Option B, eardrum. Option C, semicircular canals. Option D, auditory nerve. The correct answer is option C, semicircular canals. The semicircular canals in the inner ear help detect head movement and support balance. The cochlea is mainly for hearing, the eardrum vibrates with sound, and the auditory nerve carries hearing signals. Question 10. How does a nuclear fission reactor produce energy? Option A. By fusing hydrogen atoms into helium. Option B. By splitting heavy atoms, like uranium-235, into lighter atoms, releasing heat. Option C. By burning coal. Option D. By chemical batteries. The correct answer is option B. By splitting heavy atoms, like uranium-235, into lighter atoms, releasing heat. A nuclear fission reactor releases heat by splitting heavy atoms such as uranium-235 into lighter atoms. Fusion combines light atoms, coal burning is chemical combustion, and batteries use chemical reactions rather than nuclear fission. Question 11. Which type of symbiotic relationship benefits both organisms involved? Option A, parasitism. Option B, commensalism. Option C, mutualism. Option D, amensalism. The correct answer is option C, mutualism. Mutualism is a symbiotic relationship in which both organisms benefit. Parasitism harms one organism, commensalism helps one without clearly affecting the other, and amensalism harms one while the other is unaffected. Question 12. Why does a spinning top eventually fall over? Option A, friction and air resistance reduce its angular momentum, and gravity pulls it off balance. Option B. It runs out of spin energy. Option C. The Earth's rotation interferes. Option D. It gets too hot. The correct answer is option A. Friction and air resistance reduce its angular momentum, and gravity pulls it off balance. A spinning top eventually falls because friction and air resistance reduce its angular momentum, allowing gravity to pull it off balance. It does not fail because Earth's rotation interferes, and heat is only a byproduct of energy loss rather than the main explanation. Question 13. Which of these is an example of a physical change, not a chemical change? Option A, rusting iron. Option B, burning wood. Option C, melting ice. Option D, baking a cake. The correct answer is option C, melting ice. Melting ice is a physical change because the substance remains water and no new material forms. Rusting iron, burning wood, and baking a cake all involve chemical changes that produce new substances. Question 14. Which part of the human brain is associated with memory, emotion, and the sense of smell? Option A, frontal lobe. Option B, occipital lobe. Option C, limbic system. Option D, cerebellum. The correct answer is option C, limbic system. The limbic system is strongly associated with memory, emotion, and smell. The frontal lobe supports planning and voluntary control, the occipital lobe processes vision, and the cerebellum coordinates movement. Question 15. How does a plant close its stomata to conserve water during drought? Option A, guard cells lose water, become flaccid, and close the pore. Option B, the plant produces less chlorophyll. Option C, the roots stop absorbing water. Option D, the leaves fall off. The correct answer is option A. Guard cells lose water, become flaccid, and close the pore. During drought, guard cells lose water and become flaccid, which closes the stomatal pore. Producing less chlorophyll, stopping root absorption, or dropping leaves can occur in plants but does not directly describe stomatal closure. Question 16. Which scientist is credited with developing the theory of general relativity, which describes gravity as the curvature of space-time? Option A, Isaac Newton. Option B, Galileo Galilei. Option C, Albert Einstein. Option D, Nikola Tesla. The correct answer is option C, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein developed general relativity, which describes gravity as the curvature of space-time. Isaac Newton described classical gravity, Galileo contributed to motion and astronomy, and Nikola Tesla is associated with electrical inventions. Question 17. Why is it easier to lift a heavy object using a ramp, inclined plane, than lifting it straight up? Option A, the ramp reduces the amount of work needed. Option B, the ramp reduces the force needed by increasing the distance over which the force is applied. Option C, the ramp adds energy to the object. Option D, the ramp eliminates gravity. The correct answer is option B. The ramp reduces the force needed by increasing the distance over which the force is applied. A ramp reduces the force needed by spreading the work over a longer distance. It does not reduce the total ideal work required, add energy to the object, or eliminate gravity. Question 18. Which type of white blood cell is responsible for producing antibodies? Option A, phagocyte. Option B, macrophage. Option C, B lymphocyte, B cell. Option D, natural killer cell. The correct answer is option C, B lymphocyte, B cell. B lymphocytes are white blood cells that produce antibodies. Phagocytes and macrophages engulf pathogens, and natural killer cells destroy abnormal or infected cells rather than making antibodies. Question 19. How does a tree transport water from its roots to its leaves against gravity? Option A, root pressure and transpiration pull, cohesion tension. Option B, the tree pumps water with a heart. Option C, capillary action alone. Option D, gravity is not a factor. The correct answer is option A, root pressure and transpiration pull, cohesion tension. Water moves upward through xylem by root pressure and transpiration pull, with cohesion helping water molecules stay connected. Trees do not pump water with a heart, capillary action alone is not enough for tall trees, and gravity still opposes the movement. Question 20. Which unit is used to measure electrical resistance? Option A, volt. Option B, ampere. Option C, ohm. Option D, watt. The correct answer is option C, ohm. Electrical resistance is measured in ohms. Volts measure voltage, amperes measure current, and watts measure power.